inside Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Today, we've got a good one on tap. It's the New York Jets and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Welcome to you, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson. Chase McLaughlin set to get it started. And off we go from Tampa. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here come the Jets. Their ever-changing quarterback carousel stops on Justin Fields, the 26-year-old. Remember, the Bears' first-round pick back in 2021 out of Ohio State.
There's a lot of guys out there, Mike, that over the last couple years, the start of Justin Fields' career, they love nitpicking his game. It's a little unconventional. He's not an in-rhythm, on-time pocket quarterback, but I think that's okay. I think some of the criticism is fair, but there's one thing you can't deny. He is electric with the ball in his hands, both escaping the pocket and as a designed runner. I think they need to lean into his strengths as a player. Don't shy away from him. Because when he's playing at the top of his game, man, he is the ultimate weapon.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Taylor, the tight end, is in motion. Now a second down throw for Fields. He'll get that to Wilson. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. From the shotgun, it's Fields. And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line.
This is where the playmaking ability almost can be a detriment to a running quarterback. They have such confidence in their ability to keep plays alive with their legs that sometimes they hold it just a little bit too long, thinking they can make the next big play. And good job by the defenders tracking him down and took him down for a loss.
So on fourth down, out comes Austin McNamara to punt for New York. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free.
Roughing the kicker. Automatic first down.
They'll come up here, first and 10. Trying the left side, here's Hall. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. Brings up second down.
Throwing is Fields. He runs with it. And Fields, who's tough to bring down in the open field, gives the D a break as he slides down. But he got the first down.
Waste of time.
And this is what you like to see if you're the head coach. Not only does your quarterback know exactly where that first down marker is, he's able to pick up the first down, but then get himself on the ground. He avoids the big hit and picks up the first down.
And he will not be able to turn upfield. He'll drop him behind the line.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning first and second down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in third and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete. He was looking for Garrett Wilson there. And third down coming up.
The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
He gets this one complete to Reynolds. They got 14 there, didn't get it by much, but they do pick up the first down.
You just can't ask for better protection than that, especially on third down. Clean pocket, tons of time for the quarterback to work through his progression, and at this level, if you give quarterbacks that amount of time, chances are they're going to find somebody downfield.
And he'll line of scrimmage, that's about all.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Play action now for Fields. He connects, it's in the hands of Reynolds. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
First down, Jets.
That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
Every team in the league practices these situations every single day. That's a critical third down, Mike. So now with this fresh set of downs, they got to just take a deep breath. Now you're really not so much playing against your opponent as much as you are playing against this clock.
And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up first and goal.
At the 1-yard line.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the one, and I wouldn't be surprised if they...
And he barrels his way into the end zone.
Touchdown.
Braylon Allen. Touchdown, Jets. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
The veteran Nick Folk here for the extra point. Well, the snap, a poor one, and it's blocked. So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. On the return is Sean Tucker. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So the Buccaneers come out, and Baker Mayfield leads them out. He has found a spot to be very comfortable. The former #1 overall pick out of Oklahoma, who turned 30 in the offseason and has done a nice job with the Buccaneers the last few years.
Yeah, you have to feel good, Mike, seeing Baker Mayfield back established as a franchise NFL quarterback. He had such a tough journey these last couple years, bouncing around multiple spots around the league. And then last year, down in Tampa, he has a chance to get them to the NFC Championship game just a few plays away. He continues to play up to his potential. This team's going to be tough to beat.
It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a first down.
First down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Right back to Evans. He's got it again. He's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Gain of a yard.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
He's going to tuck it and go. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback, but here we are. Early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the first down.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
They run with the Oregon man. It's Bucky Irving. And he's going to fight forward. Didn't get a whole lot, but it's going to be enough to move the chains.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
On first down is Mayfield. He finds McMillan downfield. It's caught. They get 21 on that one. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
Buccaneers first down. 10-10 at the 10-yard line.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Oh, here down the field will fall incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
On second down, Baker. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Emeka Ibuka, the intended receiver.
Third down and
now they'll be looking at 3rd and goal. That's Ibuka in motion. Out of the shotgun. Mayfield. That is caught. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. That is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
Really nice job there, staying calm in the midst of chaos. And what that completion does, it puts them in a much more favorable situation here on 4th down. If I'm them, you know what I'm doing. I'm leaving my offense on the field.
Good blocking, and he's in. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Tampa. Greg, I wasn't so certain about leaving the offense out there, but they did, and it paid off with a touchdown.
And I love it, Mike. I think we're starting to see this more and more often in today's NFL. Take advantage of field position. Put the trust in your offense. It's exactly what their head coach does here, and certainly pays off.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bucs move out in front by a point. It's 7-6.
Jets 6. Chase McLaughlin.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. To return, it's Isaiah Davis. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Jets offense ready to get going with their second possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Second and 11. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. And he'll just bite the ball and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Fields from the gun on 3rd down. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. 15 yards through the air, and the Jets have a 1st down.
1st down, New York.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle 3rd of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
His ball batted away. That's incomplete.
I think he got away with one there, Mike. I thought with the way the defender had him covered, I was actually surprised he didn't move off to his next progression. He threw that into some really tight coverage, and he's lucky that ball wasn't picked.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Fields to throw. Oh, a bad decision there. Off his back foot, it's intercepted. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the goal line. Nearly a pick 6, but he does set up the offense with 1st and goal.
A big play by the big fella, and Mike, we love it. Anytime any of the big guys up front get their hands on the ball, I'll tell you what, look at him with the ball in his hand. I mean, he thought he was back playing Pop Warner in his running back days. That's a big-time play, and I have a feeling he's not going to be giving that ball up anytime soon.
So now, after the interception, a sudden change situation. 1st and goal. Here's a run. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. That's 2 touchdowns for him now in this 1st quarter alone. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball 1st and goal. And Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball, not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. His kick is good, and the Bucs will take a 14-6 lead.
Jets 6.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Onewu out of return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
First and 10.
So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. He'll get this out wide, and he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Great run after the catch in the open field. A pickup of 24.
First down, Jets.
We've now seen this quarterback show that he can beat you from both inside and now outside of the pocket. The ability to use his legs to flush out and buy time for his receivers. They uncover downfield, leads to a big pickup.
On 1st and 10, Fields. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Fields. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's caught. Outside. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
The Jets have it here to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with 1st and 10. A run here with Paul. Take this down to the 2-yard line, but they are in business. 1st and goal coming up.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. He takes it all the way down inside the 2, sets up 1st and goal.
2 yards from 6 points. It is 1st down and goal. They go play action with Fields. Forced to his right. Good blocking, and he's in. Justin Fields. Touchdown, New York. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Folks, extra point is good. And the Jets move back to within 1.
14. Jets 13.
After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Tucker. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Buccaneers offense ready to take over possession of the football. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Baker gonna give it to Irving. Not much there, maybe a yard.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Mayfield. He's got the connection there to Ibuka. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
A gain of 8.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
On play action, Mayfield. This one caught left side by Evans. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 4 brings up 2nd down at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it. It's Irving. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. It's a gain of 10 yards. It's a 1st down for Tampa Bay.
1st and 10.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
They'll send a tight end in motion. Right back to Irving. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
That's caught. It's Bucky Irving. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. 17 yards on that connection. Good for a Buccaneers 1st down.
And this is so much of the skill sets that we're seeing around the league at the running back position. You don't want to have to sub your running back off the field, Mike, when you build what they call these empty or 5-wide sets. Can you keep your running back and run true receiver routes and be a threat? Because when you can, there's a lot of big plays to be made.
Here's carry number 1 for Rashad White. And it's a big run down to the 10-yard line. 20-yard pickup there. It's a 1st down for Tampa Bay.
Buccaneers, 1st down.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space. And, man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up 1st and goal.
They'll run with Irving. And he will not be able to turn upfield. He'll drop him behind the line.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Here's Mayfield. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. He was trying to fit that one in to Mike Evans. And now 3rd and goal coming up.
Solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic and they either get a pass interference or they misplay the ball. This time,
oh, a loose football. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
On 4th down, Chase McLaughlin in for the Bucks. This one from 41 yards out. McLaughlin's kick is good. And the Bucks will extend their lead.
Foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
That's the danger. They try to sell out and block it. Instead, get the roughing call, and it results in a 1st down. Good physical run, motoring forward for 9.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll try to run this one in. This defense backed up. But they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Now a 3rd and 2. Now Mayfield. That is caught by the tight end. Touchdown Buccaneers. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
McLaughlin now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Buccaneers extend the lead to 8. It's 21-13. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. On the return, here comes Wanwu. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Jets offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run, And it's all. And finally, they'll bring him down, but he's up beyond the 45-yard line.
A gain of 21
That's a
yards.
gain of 21 to open this drive.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
I had a rule, Mike, when I was playing that if the ball hit either of my hands, it was a drop. You don't get paid in the NFL to make the easy ones. You get paid in the NFL to make them all, and I think that's a catch he's got to come down with.
They put Wilson in motion. Off the play action, here's Fields. And he gets him 6 yards closer before going out of bounds. It's third down coming up.
Gain of 6. And it's third down.
To throw is Fields. He's done his man. Complete to Wilson. They pick up 17 through the air. Good for a Jets first down.
First down, Jets.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Escaping to his left.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
At the BUCS 27-yard line.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Reynolds is the motion man here. Now a 2nd down throw for Fields. That is hauled in at the 5. And he will get into the end zone. Josh Reynolds. Touchdown, New York.
And that was just a great drive. Really, from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. And you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns. Man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Folk now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Jets move back to within 1.
Buccaneers 21. Jets 20.
After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. To return is Tucker. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more.
At their own 27-yard line.
They go play action with Mayfield. Out right, catch made. That's BUCS. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Brings up
So they have these
second and
rules for the
2.
receivers, Mike.
At
They
the
call them green
35-yard
grass rules.
line.
And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open,
That's good.
that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Second and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
That one is caught by BUCS. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
14 more yards.
Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
First and 10 at the
Every
40-yard
quarterback's
line.
dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. To throw is Mayfield. A short one there to Otten. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
At the Jets'
And this is where the
33-yard line.
versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. It's about all.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
Second down throw for Mayfield. A pass pulled in by Irving. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
27 yards. That's another Tampa Bay Buccaneers. First down and goal to go.
Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it first and goal. Irving trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
And he's got another one. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Tampa. What a half he is putting together. That's his third touchdown already. So his big first half continues. 3 rushing touchdowns already. Maybe have to start looking at the record book, see if he can do it. The record in a game is 6. On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Buccaneers are going to open up the lead to 8.
Buccaneers 28, Jets 20.
Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. And no return here. This is a touchback. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now Fields. He'll find Hall out of the backfield.
Fields pass complete to Breece Hall. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
So, halftime straight ahead, and we send it over to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. Third quarter set to commence, and we're back underway here on EA Sports. Now it's Bucky Irving to return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and their running back Bucky Irving ready to hit the field again. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and they've made him a real weapon in the passing game. The play fake. It's Mayfield. There's Evans. He's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds, just shy of midfield. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
This is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take them down, and in this case, they do it for a loss.
Throwing on second down, Mayfield. I had a defender draped all over him, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
And the 11.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at, and that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
This one down the field, but wind up incomplete.
Bit of a letdown there. I mean, after that incompletion now, Mike, they find themselves giving the ball back. They're only down 8, so every single time they possess the ball, it's an opportunity to maybe get this thing back to all tied up. But every time they don't take advantage of a possession, it's another opportunity lost, and they've got to find a way. When they get the ball back, they've got to go chase some points.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Jets offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. He takes off. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
First down.
Mike, this is great awareness by the quarterback manipulating the pocket. He feels the pressure coming on around him, but so often the soft spot is moving up in the pocket. That's exactly what he does. Takes off down the middle of the field, picks up good yardage, and a first down.
Forced, and that time the pressure too much. He'll go down.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angle so quickly because of that speed, so give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy, and this time, defense wins and brings him down for a sack.
Here's a 2nd and 12. Taylor, the tight end, is in motion. Fields now on 2nd down. This defense hitting their ears back, coming to get him again.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Fields. Looking down the field, but that ball's incomplete.
I like the fact that they took a shot on 3rd and long, right? A lot of offenses in that situation would be a little bit more conservative playing for the 4th down punt. They're trying to pick up a big chunk play through the air, but now that you can't connect, it all but guarantees you got to punt this ball away as it brings up 4th and a mile.
Fair catch made here. The drive will start at the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense ready to take over once more. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. First down and 10. Complete. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd down at the 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. To the middle of the field, he's got Evans. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Gain of 19 yards.
They'll get 19 out of that play. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
On first down, here's Irvin. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
At his 49-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Baker to throw. That's over the middle of the tight end, Otten. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. It is a big play for the Buccaneers. 35 yards.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Mayfield to throw it here on first down. It's complete to Evans. And the Buccaneers are going to have first and goal as the tackle's made at about the 5-yard line.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. To the goal line and in. Jalen McMillan. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. McLaughlin now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bucs will extend this third quarter lead.
Buccaneers 35, Jets 20.
Scott, thanks. No rest at the break for a couple of, I'm sure, weary defensive coordinators trying to figure out how to stop these offenses here in the second half. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. On the return, here comes Wanwu. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Jets offense ready to see what they can do. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. They will run it over center with Hall. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. It's a nice start to the drive, a gain of 10, and a quick first down.
It's a gain of 10.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
They go play action with Fields. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
He'll step up and run. And he will slide at the end, give him about 5. And now it's third down.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
Here now, third and 5. To throw is Fields. Looking deep for Lazard. That is brought in. They're going to have it first and goal. He'll be out of bounds at about the 5-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 52 yards. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. Off the play action, here's Fields. Oh, he feels the pressure, and he'll go down back at the 6.
To play in the NFL, you've got to have a short-term memory because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. And in this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
Here's another shot from the 6. It's second and goal. Fields now. He'll set up the screen to Hall. And he'll take this one in. Reese Hall. Touchdown, Jets.
New York.
Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Now, Folk, on for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Jets are back within one score. It is an 8-point game.
Jets, 27.
Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. Irving now on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Baker Mayfield and the Bucks ready to get back to work, and he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. This is out to Evans. He's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A gain of a yard brings up second and 9 at the 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's second down and 9. Now Mayfield. That's over the middle and caught by Ibuka. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. 11 yards on the pass there. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
First down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down. You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
On second down, Baker. That's his tight end, Otten. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
That is caught by McMillan. And he's close to another first down. This is brought down just shy of the marker.
8 yards on the pickup brings up second and 2 at the 43-yard line.
Here's second and 2. On play action, Mayfield. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
A yard brings up third and 1.
Third and a yard. It's the quarterback with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down.
Buccaneers First down. First and 10.
I don't want to take anything away
42-yard
from the
line.
quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
On the handoff, it's Irvin. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
35-yard line.
Just a little too much east and west there for my liking. I understand what they're trying to do, getting the ball out on the perimeter, but on these early downs, plant your foot and get downhill. Great job by the defense stringing it out, and they're able to force him down for a loss.
They go play action with Mayfield. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
A gain of 17
Remember, he had the
yards.
touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down. So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Irving now gets it to start the fourth. Not much happening there, just a short game.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. Brings up second down.
Second down and 8. It's Otten in motion. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there.
A loss of 3.
What started out as a promising drive seemed inevitable, Mike, with the way they were able to continue to move the ball, that they'd find themselves finishing with points. But after that second down sack brings up 3rd and long, and this drive looks suddenly very different.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. Quick slant into the hands of Luka. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Luka. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Bucs will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Jets 27.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. On the return, here comes Wanwu. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Jets offense headed back to take over once more. On 1st and 10, Fields. That is caught left side by Taylor. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Now a second down throw for Fields. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete.
He's going to wish he had that one back. I think his receiver got behind the defense, Mike, and had a lot of room to run, but he just put a little too much on it, and they're not able to connect.
3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Fields. That's caught inside. It's complete. 14 on the pickup, and the Jets have a first down.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the two needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the fourth quarter.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. That's to the right side, and incomplete. Jason Taylor, the tight end, the intended receiver. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. It is Logan Hall fighting his way in to bring his man down.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
On comes the punt team now for the Jets. And he's on to punt for just the 2nd time in this game. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs ready to get back to work. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Lost a yard there.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That's caught left side by Cotton. That's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down. It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. The kid, this is Irving. Irving's got a first down, still going. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. They get an even 20 on that one. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the fourth quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
In the middle of the field, he's got Evans. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Give them 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
At the 36-yard line.
That's a BUCS in motion. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. A gain there of 21. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Baker gonna hand it to White. And he'll get about 5. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Here comes 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. A powerful run, just shy of the goal line, but he has picked up the first down. It is 1st and goal.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Here's a run. Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
I give that defense all the credit in the world there, Mike. And offensively, you find yourself 1st and goal from the 1. You have to find a way to get that last yard and put the ball in the end zone. There's no excuses to miss a touchdown here.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give him another shot. And he's into the end zone yet again. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Tampa. Making 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
McLaughlin now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Buccaneers are able to extend the lead.
49, Jets 27.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Davis now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. A first down throw for Fields. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Fields
Just simply more of the same, and you're just not going to have a lot of success, Mike, when you're constantly starting drives with second and long, third and long. It's just not a good way to play offense in the NFL, and here we go again.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. To throw is Fields. Gets that one to the veteran Lazard. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
And despite things looking pretty bleak at the moment, I think you got to respect the fact they're out there swinging. They're trying to pull off a double-digit comeback here in the fourth quarter.
Handoff. Here comes Hall. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
A gain of a yard brings up second down at the 41-yard line.
Throwing is Fields. He'll get this one out to his fullback. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
It's a gain of a yard.
Well, not exactly a highlight reel type play, but in some cases, just checking the ball down to your fullback, picking up some positive yards is the only play that's to be made.
Here's third and 7. Fields. A ball deep for the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Reese Hall. Touchdown, New York. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
That is incomplete, and the 2-point conversion is unsuccessful.
I'm always curious how a defense is going to respond. So you give up a touchdown, you give up 6, and now the offense is trying to extend it to 8. How are you going to buckle down? How are you going to hang in there? In this case, let's give them a little credit. Keep those 2 off the board, and they can come to the sideline and regroup.
Even with 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning, they're going to try an onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
The Bucs offense and their running back Bucky Irving ready to hit the field again. They're in tremendous starting field position after the kick return. They start with 1st and 10 up beyond midfield. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. Open man, the tight end, Keith. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A gain of 16 on that pass play. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
Second down.
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, second down, they need 7. They'll go again here with Irvin. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. And we'll see a timeout used by the defense, stopping it right out of the break. A minute 57 to go in the game. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. Right back to Irving. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the game to only 1. Whistles here. We have another stoppage. Timeout called by the defense with 1:53 remaining. On fourth down, Chase McLaughlin in for the BUCS. This one from 39 yards out. McLaughlin's kick is good. And the Buccaneers will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
McLaughlin hit the field goal a moment ago, and now he's back to kick this away. In return, here comes Davis. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Jets offense ready to get back at it. From the 25, they'll go to work. First and 10. Fields to throw. He'll step up and run this. Showing off the footwork, sliding down after a gain of 8.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his first and second read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
Second down, it's Fields. There he goes again. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
Here's first and 10. Fields. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Throw on the run is complete. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
A gain of 13
A
yards.
pickup there of 13. Good for a Jets first down. Back to throw is Fields. He'll go underneath here, the running back out of the backfield. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Jets are going to use their third and final timeout here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the game. Fields now to throw on first down. Now he takes off, and he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a first down.
First down.
Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down. So, a win here for the Buccaneers. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. So, that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Buccaneers get the win, as we say so long from Tampa.